Today, I'm going to tell you a story about the time that my best friend tried to steal my, at the time, girlfriend. So this story begins when I was just a teenager and I was dating this beautiful girl that I really liked at the time, and her name was Claire. Claire was somebody that I really liked. She was super sweet, super nice, she was very caring, and she was somebody that actually laughed at my terrible jokes that I made. Hey, you want to hear a joke? Okay. Two peanuts walking down the street. One was assaulted. Oh, Terry, that's so dumb. But I like it. Despite my jokes being absolutely garbage, she still enjoyed them. And that was actually hard to find, and that's one of the reasons why I liked her so much. But at the same time I was dating Claire, I also had a best friend at the time, and his name was Jack. Yeah, let's call him Jack. Jack is one of those friends that, well, how should I say this? He'll do the most stupid and idiotic things you can imagine and then somehow still try to justify it or weasel his way out of it. For example, there was this one time when me and Jack went over to go hang out with some friends, and these friends were actually in kind of like a little rock band. And when we went over, I high-fived them. I was like, hey, what's up, man? Good to see you, Mario. How you been? Liking the stuff? And then my friend Jack, who has never heard of these guys, he's never even met them, I'm the one introducing him to them. He goes over to them, he high-fives them just like I did, and he tries to just act like he knows them. Yo, what's up, man? Yeah, dude, I'm a big fan of your music. Yeah, I really like your albums, man. Good style. You're really good at the guitar. I play drums. Are you sure that was you? Not only is he somebody that tries to make an excuse for every mishap and stupid thing that he does, but he also just says the most random and bizarre and made up stuff in order to spark up a conversation. It's honestly the most backfire way to make friends I've ever heard of, but you know what? Nobody's murdered him yet, so I guess he's doing okay. So anyway, back to the story. Me and Claire were having a good time, and Jack knew that me and Claire were dating, and I guess Jack secretly had a crush on Claire or something that he didn't tell me about that I didn't know about. As far as I knew, Jack just thought that we were a cute couple and he and Claire were just mutual friends. So there was this one time during lunch when me and Claire were sitting together and we were talking and we were trying to figure out what we were going to do the following weekend, whether we wanted to see a movie or just hang out. But I got up from my table because I went to go buy us a cookie, and I guess Jack took this as an opportunity because he got up from his table with his group of friends and he came over and sat down right in front of Claire. Hey Claire, how's it going? Oh, hey Jack. Not much, how are you? Not bad, not bad. Yo, let me get your number. I don't think I have your number. Yeah, can I have your number? Oh, yeah, sure. Here, let me punch it in. Meanwhile, I come back with a delicious chocolate chip cookie and I see Jack is getting my girlfriend's number, which I guess is not that big of a deal and I shouldn't have been too worried about it, but this all acts as a setup to what goes down later in the story. A few days pass and me and Jack are in class, and of course we don't want to listen to our boring science teacher. All he does is play Bill Nye the Science videos anyway. Anyway, I looked over to the right where Jack was sitting and I noticed that he had his phone out and it looked like he was texting someone. And at first I thought, oh okay, maybe he's just texting one of the guys. So I asked him, hey, who are you texting? Huh? Oh, just my girl. Like, your girl? What, you have a girlfriend now? Yeah, dude, I don't gotta tell you everything. Oh, well, okay, alright, playboy, nice, okay, no judging. I was really curious at who this mystery girl could be because, you know, it's a small school, we kind of know everybody. I couldn't really make out the conversation, but I did see the name and it was just listed as Baby with a Heart. Baby with a Heart? Wow, okay, well, I guess Jack must be serious. Well, good for him. Hey, good, my man's got a girlfriend, I have a girlfriend, life is good. Then all of a sudden, I get a text message. I check my phone. It's from Claire. She texted me with a long message saying, hey, I should have told you about this earlier, but Jack's been texting me like every day, non-stop. I'm not exactly sure if he talks to everybody this much or if he's just lonely. Before I could text back, Mr. Song, what do you think you're doing? I quickly put away my phone, but it was too late. I had already been caught. You know the rules for texting in my class. Hand it over. I had no choice but to relinquish my phone to my science teacher who doesn't even teach, he just sits in the back and takes naps with the lights off while we're watching Bill Nye the Science Guy. But I did as I was told. As he went back to his seat, I looked over back at Jack. He was still texting that girl. This is where I really began to get suspicious of Jack. Later after class, I met with Claire and we talked. She showed me all the messages that Jack had been sending her, and honestly, they were kind of flirtatious. I decided, you know what, I have to confront Jack about this, even though he's one of my best friends. Later that day, I met up with Jack. So, what is it that you wanted to meet about? Can't this wait till tomorrow? I got homework. Jack, that girl you've been texting, you know, the baby with a heart? Oh yeah, my girl, dude. Yeah, your girl. Listen, dude, if you're going through something, you know, you can tell me. What are you talking about? Listen, man, I know you're texting Claire, and I don't know why. I'm not sure what you're going through right now, but if you need someone to talk to, I mean, dude, I'm here for you. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. It's my girlfriend, dude. Oh, really? What's her name? Her name is... You... Don't worry about it, dude. Don't worry about it. It's none of your business. Why do you want to know her name? She doesn't even go to this school. Oh, she doesn't go to this school. That figures. Typical. Of course she doesn't go to this school. What school does she go to? She goes... Why do you want to know, dude? What does it matter, dude? It's not even your school, dude. It's not even your girlfriend. What do you care? All right, fine. Well, then, can I, like, see the text that you've been texting with her? Why would you want to see the text, dude? What does it matter? Well, I just want to be sure, you know, are the texts really from her or are they from Claire? I mean, if you text my girlfriend when you say it's not my girlfriend, I mean, it's a little weird. Just then, Jack's phone started ringing. He pulled out his phone. I looked at the caller ID before he hit it, and sure enough, it was from Baby with a heart. The phone continued ringing. So, aren't you gonna pick that up? No, it can wait. Dude, are you sure that's your girlfriend? Nah, I can get it later. It's not a big deal. I can just call her back. Man, you're acting like a real jackass. Hardy har har, wow. You're more funny in your animations than you ever were in real life. Ha 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 ha. Come here. My animation, my rules. Boys! Just then, we both turn around. Claire is actually standing there with her phone out, and it's actually calling Jack. She then hangs up her phone, and then just as she does that, Jack's phone stops ringing. We both take a hard glare at Jack. So, it's your girlfriend, huh? I don't know, dude. That's weird. I guess maybe I put Claire's number down as my girlfriend's number. But it's okay. I'll switch it back right now. Me and Claire just looked at each other and then looked back at Jack in total awe of this BS story that Jack was giving us. And that's pretty much how the story ends. Not really much happened after that. Me and Jack pretty much just went on to be good pals, you know, like for the rest of high school and college. And even though Jack didn't technically sabotage or ruin our relationship, unfortunately, Claire and I ended up breaking up later that year, just due to personal reasons. You know, it was nothing bad and we ended on good terms. As for Jack, I mean, I still talk to him to this day every now and then. I think the last time I spoke with him, he said that I owed him rent money after he let me stay at his apartment for 2 days, after he said I could stay there for free. Honestly, I think we all have a friend like Jack somewhere in our lives, whether it's now or in the past, or maybe you haven't met your Jack yet. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Leave a comment down below, hit that subscribe button if you're new, because I really want to make more videos like this. Big shout out to Lahart, who was the illustrator for this story. I think she did a wonderful job, and she's actually been a long-time viewer of my channel and my streams, so I was really happy to work with her. And if you guys want to check out any of her links, I'm going to leave them down below. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video. Good night.